Blue Jays Nation, are you sitting down? Because what I'm about to tell you will have you jumping out of your seat. The front office just dropped the most explosive signing in franchise history. Dylan Cease is officially a Toronto Blue Jay on a mind-blowing 7-year, $210 million deal. This isn't just any move, folks. This is the statement that says we're going back to the World Series, and this time we're finishing the job. After that heartbreaking Game 7 loss to the Dodgers, management heard us loud and clear. If you're ready to witness the Blue Jays transform into an absolute powerhouse that'll have the entire AL East shaking in their boots, smash that like button right now and hit subscribe, because you're about to see why this signing changes everything. Let's be real here. That World Series run last season was incredible, but losing in Game 7 to the Dodgers stung like nothing we've felt since those championship droughts. We got there, we tasted glory, but their rotation was just too deep. Gausman and Bieber gave us everything they had, but when you're facing that kind of firepower, you need an ace who can match their intensity inning for inning. That's exactly what Dylan Cease brings to this rotation. The timing couldn't be more perfect either. We're coming off that magical run where the entire country was behind us. Rogers Center was electric every single night, and Blue Jays fever was spreading from coast to coast. But here's the thing. We all knew the pitching needed another elite arm if we wanted to get back there and actually win it all this time. Now here's where it gets spicy, and this is what's got me fired up about this signing. Yes, Cease had a 4.55 ERA last season, and I know some of you are looking at that number thinking, Felipe, are you crazy? That's the guy we're betting $210 million on? But hold up, because those advanced metrics tell a completely different story. His FIP was 3.56. He struck out 215 batters in 168 innings. And that K9 rate of 11.5 is absolutely elite. This is a pitcher who got unlucky with balls in play but dominated hitters when it mattered. But wait, there's a twist coming that makes this signing even more brilliant than it appears on paper. Think about what this rotation looks like now. You've got Cease as your new ace, followed by that young stud Trey Yesavage, who's entering his sophomore season with all that World Series experience under his belt. Then you've got Shane Bieber, who when healthy is still one of the nastiest pitchers in the game, and Kevin Gausman, who's been our reliable veteran presence. That's not just a rotation, folks. That's a championship caliber staff that can go toe-to-toe with anyone in October. The Dodgers beat us with depth, with that seemingly endless parade of quality arms they could throw at us. Well, guess what? We just answered that challenge in the biggest way possible. This isn't the same Blue Jays team that'll roll over when the pressure mounts. This is a team that learned from that Game 7 heartbreak and came back swinging. Before we continue breaking down why this move is absolutely genius, smash that like if you bleed blue and white and drop a comment telling me, are you ready for another World Series run? Because here's the kicker. This signing might just be the beginning of what could be the most aggressive offseason in Blue Jays history. Now let's talk about the money. Because $210 million over 7 years isn't pocket change, even for Rogers Communications. But here's the beautiful part. We're not just buying a pitcher, we're buying a window. Cease is 29 years old, entering his prime years. And this contract takes him through his age 35 season. That's 7 years of having a legitimate ace anchoring our rotation during what should be the peak years for Guerrero Jr., Bichette, and the rest of our core. The AL East just got put on notice too. The Yankees thought they could coast with their aging rotation. The Red Sox are still trying to figure out what they want to be. And the Orioles had their moment but lacked that true ace. Meanwhile, we just added a Cy Young runner-up to a rotation that already got us to Game 7 of the World Series. Here's what really gets me excited about the tactical side of this move. John Schneider now has the luxury of setting up his rotation exactly how he wants it for another playoff run. Cease can handle the pressure of Game 1 assignments, those crucial division matchups against the Yankees and Red Sox, and most importantly, he's proven he can step up in October pressure situations. But let's be honest about something else. This signing sends a message to every other free agent on the market. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is watching this. Bo Bichette is watching this. And they're seeing an organization that's willing to spend big money to win now. That Game 7 loss could have been a crushing blow that sent us into rebuild mode, but instead, it lit a fire under this front office. The financial commitment also shows they believe in this core group. You don't spend $210 million on a pitcher unless you're confident the pieces around him can compete at the highest level. This isn't a desperate signing. This is a calculated move by a team that knows it's one or two pieces away from being championship favorites. Looking ahead, the pressure is on for the rest of the offseason. Cease fills the biggest need, but championship teams are built in December and January. We need to see if they can add another bat to that lineup, maybe shore up the bullpen depth, and keep building on the momentum from that incredible playoff run. The optimistic scenario has us running it back with an even better team, steamrolling through the AL East, and this time finishing the job in October. But the cautious side of me knows that big contracts come with big expectations, and Cease needs to bounce back from that 4.55 ERA to justify this deal. Key dates to watch. We've got winter meetings coming up where more moves could happen. Spring training will show us how this rotation meshes together. And obviously opening day when we get our first look at what could be the best Blue Jays team in decades. So, here's the bottom line. Blue Jays Nation, Dylan Cease is officially our new ace. We just made the biggest free agent signing in franchise history, and this organization is doubling down on winning now. That Game 7 loss hurt, but it also taught us exactly what we needed to get over the hump. Who do you want to see in a Blue Jays uniform next? Drop your dream signing in the comments below, smash that subscribe button if you're ready for another championship run, and share this video with every Blue Jays fan you know because the excitement is just getting started. We're going back to the World Series, and this time we're bringing home that trophy to Toronto.